preparations to establish our next connection this morning. Before the next connection, I was saying that the island's Prime Minister addressed the nation last evening in a 12-minute long pre-recorded address. He spoke on the issue of crime amidst what is now a national crime crisis. Mind you, gunmen in the southern town of Beaufort, in a show of open defiance to the Prime Minister's address to the nation last evening, entered the Prime Minister's address with a barrage of gunfire. Let's take a listen.
Marijuana smoke and blaze everywhere. Gunshots bursting in the streets, can't you hear? But somebody tell me what I've really gone wrong. Jesus Christ alone we know we can depend on. Violence and pestilence in the streets, man, can lead to youth in the ghetto live long. Tell me what is going on with the youths in the land these days. I want to know what is going on. Oh, I call to the ancient of days. I see shame and distress indeed. I see kids who are raising up kids. I see fathers molesting their daughters. How can a man have sex with a brother? How can this boy escape his molester while this daughter is running for cover, being raped by a father or brother? That's why no one can live without Jehovah. Tell me what is going on with the youths in the land these days. I want to know what is going on. Oh, I call to the ancient of days. Tell me what is going on with the youths in the land these days. I want to know what is going on. Oh, I call to the ancient of days. Well, you done no righteousness exalted for nation, but sin is a reproach to every man. Listen to the words that we say, you know. I see men get dressed up like women. I see women dissing some men. I see little youths raised without fathers, while their mothers are hustling in strip clubs. Did you know that society is corrupting? Those you look up to are deceiving. Lawyers, doctors, pastors, and leaders better get in line or their blood is on your shoulders. I want to know what is going on with the youths in the land these days. I want to know what is going on. Oh, I call to the ancient of days. Tell me what is going on with the youths in the land these days. I want to know what is going on. Oh,
It almost sounds like a video game or some coverage from the Middle East. Barrage of bullets there last evening. Help me out. Production manager is there. Perhaps he's stronger than myself. Sapal is there. You help me out with the translation there, but it almost sounds like a video game, or if somebody is viewing online. Sapal is there. What exactly was said in that video clip? But again, scenes from Viewfort last evening. I have a very special guest on the Flow video line. I want to say good morning. Thanks for being so very patient, and welcome to Empress Sheba, representative of the Rastafarian community. Good morning and blessings to you.
Greetings and blessings, St. Lucia.
Yes.
Thanks, Shannon, for having me on here.
My pleasure this morning. Always nice to hear from members of the Rastafarian community. What say you?
Yes,
a lot of bloodshed on the streets, a lot of brothers being killed, a lot of families are being hurt. How concerned is the Rastafarian community?
Yes, Shannon, we are very concerned. And it is something that is close to my heart as I'm from the community of Viewfort. You know, and it is very disturbing for a small island like St. Lucia for so much killings to be going on. And as we know, crime is the worst evil, and it brings suffering to mankind. It causes losses of husbands, wives, brothers, sisters, and sons and daughters. That is why we, the Rastafari community, has the Nabingi, has added our voice to the good and God-fearing people of St. Lucia, who would like to see that our country returns to peace, to the peace and loving people that they once were, and to return to living in love and harmony, where each one cares for each other. And this is what I know of the Viewfort town that I grew up in. Everyone was so close-knit, so united and ready to help in any situation. So we pray sincerely within our hearts for the future generation, that they may have a change of heart. No matter how hard the situation is, there is always a way out. Rastafari.
Yes, absolutely. I'm listening to you. It just seems like we need to return to the days of respect, where we respected one another, and we found a way to resolve conflicts through respect.
Yes.
I give you now, Empress, the opportunity to call on the Most High to bless our brothers and sisters, bless the youngsters in particular, the young men and women, as we go through a very troubling time in our nation's history.
Yes, indeed, because the young people are our families. They are our sisters' children. They are our cousins' children. We are each other. So we must be our brother's keeper, especially in this time of need, where so much has failed. What I want to say is only truth and righteousness shall save us. And it's only when we walk away from our wicked ways that the Father will hear and answer our prayer. Before going further, I would like to share with St. Lucia one of the utterances of His Majesty on the advice to the youths. On this occasion, I address also all those within our empire. Our Christianity is not restricted to a given church. And I stress above all that we do not wish to make distinctions. My advice to all is to fulfill the 10 Commandments. You are aware of the contents of the 10 Commandments and can elaborate on it. If the nation for which I am the emperor follows and accepts this, since it's also what I accept and follow, I would believe our country, St. Lucia, is not only historically Christian, but also actively Christian. These are the words of His Majesty, his advice to the youths. We cannot go wrong. Now, let us praise and honor the Almighty Haile Selassie, King Rastafari among all nations. As the nation cry out in anguish, and I pray for our beloved island of St. Lucia to restore the peace and unity among its people and to bring comfort to the hearts of its citizens. And I pray, O King Rastafari, for the protection and safety of our elders, youths, our men and women of this country. And I pray for your strength and guidance, O King, more now than ever, as our youths are under spiritual attacks. And I pray, O King Rastafari, that you break every chain, mentally, physically, and spiritually, that bind the nation, and to set the people free, that they may serve you with a clean hands and a pure heart, and not set no evil things before them. And I pray, O King Rastafari, that from this day and forever, that you continue to guide and protect our youths from the path of destruction. And you will shine your light upon them and lead them onto the path of righteousness. And I pray for the parents for strength and courage to nurture their children in the right with good character and moral values in a society where parents are stripped of their God-given rights to guide and protect their children from the ills of society. Teach them to love, care, and respect each other very early. Show them love, listen to them, and remind them of how important they are in the world. Grow them up in truth and right, a foundation that will always stand. Always tell the children the truth. And I pray that the disease of hatred and envy and greed in the hearts of our people be replaced by the divine love of our ancestors. To our nation leaders, I pray that your souls are not poisoned by evil, greed, and hate. I ask of you this day to fill your hearts with love and justice. This is a time of reflection and taking action. Let forgiveness reign to save the lives of our children and children's children, and to end that violence on our island. I pray, O King Rastafari, that you cleanse our island from all evil, so we can all live in unity and harmony. Prince and princesses must come out of Babylon. Ethiopia now stretch forth its hands to Haile Selassie. O Haile Selassie, I find majesty. Thy iris come into I hearts to dwell in the paths of righteousness. Lead I, help I to forgive, that I must be forgiven. Teach I love and loyalty on earth as it is in Mount Zion. Endow I with the wise mind, knowledge, and understanding to do thy will. Thy blessing unto I, O King Rastafari, is that the hungry be fed, the naked clothed, the sick nourished, the aged protected, and the infants cared for. Deliver I from the hands of I enemies. that I and I must prove fruitful in these perilous times. When I and I are past and decayed, in the depths of the sea, in the depths of the earth, or in the belly of a beast. If all of I and I in this beautiful country are placed in thy ever-living kingdom, through the powers of the King of Kings, the conquering Lion of Judah, elect of himself, and light of this world. I find majesty, Emperor Haile Selassie I, ancient King of Iration, the I at Alpha and Omega, the beginning without end, the first and forever, the protectorate of all human faith, and the ruler of the universe. I hail I Father and King, Emperor Haile Selassie, great and terrible I, Rastafari. And cause thy eye divine continents to shine upon St. Lucia, and cause its people to trod free from the wicked oppressors and colonial masters, and to turn aside from their wicked ways and to seek the ways of righteousness. And may the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be idle and acceptable in thy sight, O Most High King Rastafari, now and forever. Selah.
Yes. Positive vibrations on the platform. Empress Sheba, I want to thank you for those blessings. Strong, and deep. Thank you for representing the Rastafarian community so well. There's always a special place on our platform for you. So we thank you for the blessings this morning.
It's my duty.
Yes. Empress Sheba, representative of the Rastafarian
Love and blessings
community. Yes.
to the whole of St. Lucia. And let we put our hands and hearts together, irrespective of color, race, or religion. We can do it. Life was given to I and I by one person, the Almighty. Is the life giver, and he gave everyone on this planet Earth this life, and also all living things that exist. Bearing in mind, we all should live as brothers and sisters in one unity until that day of judgment. Rastafari.
Yes, you stay blessed. Empress Sheba, again, thank you, and we'll be in touch with you very soon.
Yes, I give thanks, Shannon. Love and blessings.
You're most welcome. Blessings on this Monday as we start the week the right way here. Special episode of Motivation Mondays dedicated to prayer and worship on behalf of our St. Lucia. We're going to have to make some adjustments. My producers have given me 15 minutes additional time, so we conclude at 9:15 sharp, 12 minutes away from that time. My co-producer, if you're listening, we need to make an adjustment. Pastor Garfield Olivier, I much prefer if we engage him tomorrow, Tuesday, as part of our continued focus on the national crime crisis. And there's some other matters that I wanted to discuss with Pastor Olivier on tomorrow. I know he's viewing as well, so please bear patience with us, Pastor Olivier. We will have you, if your schedule permits, tomorrow, God willing. Okay, we need to move quickly now. My next scheduled guest is already on standby. Empress Sheba says goodbye so that we can clear